Hey, beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to the Young Black and Independent Show, where we discuss a variety of topics to help young black folks live a spiritually fulfilled, value added life, less materialistic, and financially independent life. I'm your host, Sil, and today we'll be talking about forgiveness. Forgiveness. That's quite a sensitive topic for me because I've had my own share of what forgiveness can do to you as a human being. I've been through a lot, and I've had to forgive because that was the only outlet to gain my healing and to progress. So when you think about forgiveness, you're thinking, oh, this person doesn't even merit it. Why should I forgive them? But if you look at the definition of forgiveness, it says that forgiveness is a conscious, deliberate decision to release the feelings of resentment or vengeance towards a person or group who has harmed you, regardless. For me, that's the underlining part, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. The hurt is there. The need to revenge is there. I've been there. I'll tell you a story down the line in this show, but it's important for us to get that definition. It's a conscious, deliberate decision. You have to think about it, and it has to be deliberate. You have to decide that, okay, this is what I'm going to do regardless of how I really feel. I'm going to release that feeling of resentment, hatred, vengeance. And you will do that even if they do not deserve your forgiveness. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. And for me, when I think about forgiveness, the word love actually just shows up. It just turns up in the space. When you think about forgiveness, it's about love of yourself first. I wish I knew this a couple of years back, but now I know better. Because when you forgive someone, you're doing it for yourself. Imagine that you're going around the place with the heart, the need to revenge. I'm going to kill the first. This produces a negative toxin into your body, which is going to kill you. You can take it from me for free because I've been there. I've walked that shoe where I felt so much hate, so much hate that I wanted to kill someone. But at the end of the day, what does it really get you? What good does it do you? When you go about hating and carrying this baggage, the need to see the other person hurt on their knees. When that happens, do you get a trophy for that? Nope. Do you get a new house for that? Nope. Do you get a new car for that? Nope. What you get is, I would say, sickness. Physical sickness, not even mental, physical sickness. That's what you get. Because sometimes when we're trying to revenge and to not forgive people, we get into that zone where nothing else matters. So that you're definitely not making progress. Not only are you carrying anger all around the place like a baseball cap, you are also putting your body through some things that you don't even imagine that you are. Sometimes you hear someone saying, oh, I've got this problem, but when I'm so upset, it makes it worse. Yeah, that's the function of the brain. When you're not happy, the tendency for you to have a high blood pressure, or to have a cardiac arrest and stuff like that. That's why. It's not any other reason. Is because you're supposed to lay it all down. You're supposed to forgive even if they don't deserve it. And the reason why you need to forgive is because you need your healing. You have to love yourself enough to say, you know what? I love myself better than the need for vengeance. Then you can get into into the zone where you start to heal, start to feel better. You start to, grow out of pettiness. You start to actually see the person who was hurt you and say, hey, Tracy, are you okay? Hi, Yvonne, are you okay? Hi, Vera, are you okay? Hi, Kevin, are you doing all right? And it's so, you feel good. You feel good because you know what? They don't have that control over you anymore. That's just what it means. It means they don't have any control over you. Do you really want people whom you don't care about to have control over you? I'm not sure. I don't. And I'll be surprised if you do, because it doesn't make sense to me. Therefore, you have to step into this healing zone. When you're forgiven, you need to heal. You need to heal. And it's that process where you bring together aspects of yourself, your body, your mind, and your spirit at deeper levels of inner knowing. You dig deep down into your being, your body, your mind, and your spirit. And all of this leads towards some sort of integration and balance of importance and value. You are important. What do you value most? Vengeance or your health? Do you want to go around carrying this baggage and you drop dead someplace? Or, die before you even ever have a family? Or die as soon as you have you're pregnant for your first child, you go into labor. This anger, this big baggage is heavier than the baby you have to push, and then comes preeclampsia, and you're gone. And you're gone. Just like that. Just like that. You have to get to that place where you dig deep. You bring your body, your mind, and your spirit together, and you say, look, this is for me and not for you. You take back your liberty. You take back your peace. You take back your joy. And you say, I am important. My life is important. I value my health. I value my smile. You have to get to that place. And until you get to that place, progress is far off from you. Imagine standing somewhere and saying, like what I did recently. I was going to drive my son to school. When I went down to the parking area, someone had parked their car really close to the driver's door, to the door of the driver's side of my car, and I was so upset because I could, I'm slim, okay? I'm slim. I'm not of some. I'm slim, and I tried to get into the car, but I couldn't. I was very upset. It spoiled my morning. I was fuming. And guess what I did? How stupid can I be? I stood there. My son's running late for school. I'm standing there waiting to tell this guy off. I'm boiling with the need to tell him off and say hateful things to him. And I'm forgetting the bigger picture. Here is my son running late from school. I'm sort of pulling him back from his learning, from his future, from his own personal development. Why? Because I'm angry. Because I don't want to forgive this guy who has parked his car so poorly. I don't know what the circumstances were when he was parking. Was he drunk? Was he asleep? I don't know what he was dealing with. I just stand there and say, you know what? I'm waiting for this guy and I'll tell him off. It did not end there. When I realized that my son was really running late and I had to run, I started driving like a crazy woman in the street. Why? Because I wanted to get to my son's school, come back, and be able to park my car back in the same position, blocking this guy's own driver's seat. Can you imagine to what level we can take unforgiveness to? Can you imagine? Here was I driving like a crazy woman, endangering my life, giving no importance to the life of my son who was in the car because I was upset about some guy who blocked the driver's seat, the driver's door of my car, and who just really isn't aware. of my anger. The guy's probably in his bed, snoring in his death dream, and here am I, upset, kicking myself in the foot, just going, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy. And I drive, all the way, thank heaven nothing happened, came back, and guess what? The guy had left. The guy had left, and for a couple of days, I carried that in my heart. Like anytime I see this guy's car, even if I'm not doing anything, I'll go downstairs and drive the car and put it right at his door. So how stupid can that be? How stupid can that be? I'm not making any progress. I didn't make progress to my son's school anyway. I don't know what your circumstances are. I don't know what it is that you need to forgive and let go, but you're not doing it for that person. This is a very important thing for you to know. You are not doing it for that person. You're doing it for yourself. Forgive, even if they do not deserve it. Let it go. Lay it all down. Lay it all down. Bring it down. It's not worth it. It's not important. It's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. I could have gotten into an accident, What would I tell Jesus when I get to, hopefully I'll go to heaven? He'll be like, why are you here so early? I'll be like, oh, actually, when I got downstairs this morning, this neighbor, he had parked his car so poorly and I was so upset. And because I was so upset, I was driving like a mad woman. I got into an accident and here am I, dead. Yeah, that's what I'll tell him, because that's the story actually. That's the truth. But is it worth it? Is it worth it? Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. It's beautiful. There's so much to enjoy. There's lovely music, lovely scenery. Spend time with the people that you love. Talk to them. Because you know what? When we let these things, these experiences haunt our lives and our minds and our thoughts, we don't progress. Because there's a saying that goes that if you want to stop someone from going upstairs, you're going to stand on the hallway or the staircase, won't you? Once you stand there and you're stopping that person from going upstairs, are you going upstairs yourself? You're not. You're standing right there. You're not making any progress. This is the same thing about unforgiveness. Until you have let go, until you have gone through the healing process, then can you offload that baggage and have a smooth sail. Then can you have a lovely, fantastic, joyous walk to your God-given destiny. So some 7 years back, I'll tell you a story. Some 7 years back, a friend of mine was so upset with someone. She was so upset with that person, and another friend of hers told her that, you know what, I know how you can get to this person. I know how you can deal with them. And she said, okay, please tell me. And her friend said to her, you know what, come, let's travel for 7 hours to see this witch doctor in this particular neighborhood who can cast a spell on that person and teach them a lesson. And my friend was like, yay, I'm going to go. This is my opportunity to teach this person a lesson. She gets on the bus, takes all the risk, all the way 7 hours away from the people that she loves and cares about, for this one person she doesn't even give a damn about. Can you imagine? Can you imagine to what level anger and unforgiveness can take you? She gets there, and this guy says to her, this is her story. This guy says to her that, well, what do you want me to do to this person who has hurt you so badly? And she said, And he said, do you want me to kill them?